I'm Matt Buell with M Buell Studio, and I'm also here on behalf of the Woodworking Network. This is your monthly tips from a pro. This month I want to talk to you about something kind of odd. When is it a good time to actually intentionally shut down production in your workspace or your shop? There are obvious reasons why you would want to shut down production. Machines malfunction, people get seriously injured, maybe family emergency, not going there. Those are obvious. There's not much else to say about them. There's two other things I've learned in my experience that actually it can be more efficient and profitable in the long run to shut down. The first one I'll talk about is more of a routine thing, maintenance. These machines are investments and they do require maintenance. They require lookovers and stuff. If you're running your machines heavy every day, my recommendation is you shut down once a month and you maintenance all of them, fine tooth comb. I'm a smaller establishment, so there's some days where I don't even fire this thing up. I'll be spending a whole day in there sculpting or routing or something. So I typically try and stick to about a quarterly, maintenance day. And when I say maintenance, what I'm really talking about is, especially with the bandsaw here, like I'm gonna open it up, I'm gonna take a look, make sure I'm spinning good and everything's still centered, which you need to do that before you run anyway. But just checking my tires. Check to make sure they're still in place, they're not kind of getting dug into by the blade if it's off and I didn't notice it. Just checking, making sure your tension still works, just going through. And I'll also, when I do my quarterlies, all my cast iron tops, like I will, even if I have to sand them with a high grit, I will clean them and re-wax them. Like when I get done with one of my quarterly maintenance days, every machine looks brand new. And this is dirty, I've been going of recent. And I'm a little partial to this one. This was my first nice bandsaw. I've had this thing over 10 years. And look at it. Maintenance, I mean, it's dirty. Like if I had maintained this recently, which quarterly is coming up next month, this would be even cleaner, but there's not a lot of pitch and gunk that gets removed. So if you take care of it, you're gonna get a lot of mileage, okay? And I'm a little partial because we're about to break up. She's getting replaced by a much bigger one, so I'm having a little nostalgia with this saw. It was the first time I ever really ran a saw correctly. So maintenance, let me show you some more stuff. You got your miter saws, they'll get real, they can get clogged up, you'll lose your accuracy. There's just little things you want to do to look at. Like this is a good setup because I can just activate, I'm not gonna do it for the sake of you not hearing me, well, real quick. I can just take that apart and start cleaning. I don't wait quarterly to do that, that's daily. But I will go through, I'll take the blade off and clean all the pitch and gunk off it, preserves the life of the blade. There's just a lot of little things you need to do to maintain your stuff. I'll give you some more examples, some quick ones, quick and dirty. This is a great one. This planer requires a special oil. No, I don't want to talk about how much I had to pay for this and research and find it, but it has to be dropped in here every certain amount of usage hours. What you're doing is the gears have to be lubricated to run properly. I know this sounds silly and some of y'all might know it, but a lot of people don't. And these are investments, and if you're not taking care of it, eventually you're going to have to replace it again. It's not cheap. The idea is to make profit, not lose profit. So buying this thing twice or three times becomes kind of unwise. Take care of it. The other reason I talk about doing this is there are times, especially in my career, I know I have a tendency to dial in and go hard, especially on big jobs. And I get so locked in on the finish line that it's really easy to skip a maintenance day, right? I have done that, and the lesson I've learned, I hope you can just learn from mine. You skip a maintenance day, you miss something, the machine goes down, and all of a sudden you're racing to catch up, and it doesn't work out. The machine goes down and it puts you behind even more. So sometimes that one day you take just to tidy up and take care of your stuff is a lot more profitable than losing 7 because you didn't take care of something, it got out of hand and it broke and you're stuck waiting for parts. Maintenance your stuff. Here's a great example of how I need to do some. Little stuff. This guy's running on dust collection. It's pretty clean, not great today, sorry. Was I supposed to clean for y'all? Anyway, but even though it's running on dust collection, I still need to get in here and clean it out. I mean, you got gunk in the gears and stuff. Just get it out, clean it out, take care of your stuff. That's a big one. So the other reason that I'm a fan of actually shutting down, even if it's mid-job, and it's really more of what I call a high-class problem in woodworking. New machines. Follow me. So I'm currently doing what I'm telling you. I'm in the middle of massive jobs. I'm actually behind schedule, and I'm still shutting it down. Why, you ask? Because I got a new dust collector in. Mwah. There'll be more about that later. Point is, but tomorrow I'm grabbing even more new machines. And the reason I'm shutting down is because these new machines are gonna help the job get caught up faster than me working double. Simple. And they're gonna be profitable machines to have around for 20 years. So I like looking at it from that perspective. If you're getting in a new machine that's gonna actually make your job move quicker, it's worth being down a few days if it's gonna make up 2 weeks. And that's good numbers. If you're extra crazy like me, you know, I'm a smaller shop, I don't have a forklift, so I gotta rent one, which isn't that bad. But just based on principle, I like to rent it for 1 day and once. So when I'm down for a new machine, I go ahead and get all the new machines I'm supposed to get. Why not, right? So I've been clearing out space, and I call it retooling and setup. So I'll get this guy in and done, dust collection mounted, and I gotta run new ducting, and install some new equipment that'll be coming in tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, and then it's gung ho back to work. But that's a good reason to shut down production. Here's why. I've done this. I've tried to not shut down and keep rolling with furniture parts everywhere, and you're in the middle of a process on something, and you know, it don't take long for one little thing to get lost or broken, or it's not working. So what I like to do is, if I'm in mid-job and I've got furniture parts, I will stop. I will actually put painter's tape on every part and label what it is, and I'll get it aside, organized, and out of the way. And then when I'm down, and my focus is only on getting the machinery in as fast as I can, getting it set up as fast as I can, and getting the electricians in, because I'm not touching it. Bad things happen when I do electrical work, so I've just learned. Get them in, everything wired up, get your duct work up, and go. Little other small tidbit of helpful suggestion. Electricians love working in a clean workspace. And if they like it, they're probably gonna be faster, which is cheaper. And the next time you have machines, they're gonna be more apt to answer your phone call. Clean, organized, put away workspaces make machinery installs go way faster. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Catch you guys next month.